A suspected murder with some strange twists that Roy City detectives are working to unravel. Let's head out to Roy with Fox 13's Scott McCain.
Police now say they believe a man was killed here in the home behind us over the weekend, and they now have a suspect behind bars. But all of this is pretty complicated because the victim in all of this, he wasn't found until Monday in another city. And the suspect, 48-year-old Daniel Johnson, he wasn't arrested until late Wednesday. But detectives now say the victim, Steve Bailey, was shot here in Roy Saturday, then moved to that nearby city. Complicating matters for police. The initial report on the victim was that he had potentially died of a heart attack. But once it was determined Bailey had been shot to death, Roy PD arriving here yesterday. They began gathering potential evidence and ultimately arrested Mr. Johnson. All of this is absolutely shocking the Johnsons' next-door neighbors, who had been hanging out and partying with him this past weekend, even after Johnson allegedly killed Steve Bailey Saturday.
The next day, Daniel comes over, we're hanging out, and nothing out of the ordinary, no question about the sound, nothing. We didn't even think about it until the police come up last night and asked us if we heard anything on Saturday, and we were like, that's that night we heard the big clash.
Tanner HILLMAN says she and her family had heard a loud noise Saturday night, but when no other neighbors came out to check it out, well, they kind of forgot about it and went back to bed until police arrived yesterday. Meanwhile, detectives want to stress there is no danger to the community at this point. There were 3 children living in the home with Daniel Johnson, but they are now reportedly safe and potentially with family members. Detectives here are working with the investigators in that neighboring agency and say they'll have some more details about the charges against Mr. Johnson here very soon. In Roy City, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.